She's come with every attachment besides the ones that I actually asked for. So we'll see if she gets them right this time. Yes!
Alex can
Congratulations.
like I did it the first time.
Achieved. Yeah. All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome to pull day without a hip hinge. So, well, rationale for today's session is actually that I'm training legs tomorrow. So usually on this split, be resting either side of the leg days, which means that normally tomorrow would be rest, and then I'd go into my hack squat rotation. And on this day, usually I'd barbell RDL. But you're gonna get a little bit of an insight as to how I'd set up a pull day if I didn't have the RDL in the session. The reason being is I'm simply not gonna be ready for my leg session tomorrow if I had the RDL today. Both from an acute standpoint, which is like hamstring and glute fatigue, but also more so from a systemic standpoint. What that means, systemic, means whole body, which primarily in the terms of bodybuilding is more so relative to like loading the spine. When we load the spine, we get like the highest amount of total body fatigue. So loading the spine with the RDL, heavy, we're gonna have a cross transfer into our lower body session. So as a result, no RDL today, so we're gonna hammer away at our back. Starting exercise is a straight arm pull down. I use this to kind of just like get things firing, turn on the lats. Again, nothing like too heavy here. We're just looking to get good contractions, get a good amount of blood flow. I do log this if I have it in a session, but again, I'm not like massively looking to progressively overload this, unlike some of the exercises that are going to be placed later in the session. Setup wise, for my first set, arguably I had it a little bit too wide. This prime functional trainer is like one of the best things you can legitimately align a straight arm pull down. The issue with the rope is that when you come into the top position with a normal rope, you're coming into a pretty poor position for alignment for the lats here. We really want to be shoulder width the whole way. Keep slight adduction here. So keep the elbow path nice and close and just drive down to your hips. But you can't really do that when you're coming quite narrow at the top. That's why long ropes, well, you can't pull this one through, but if you pulled it through, or you bought one off 1MR, Josh Bridgman, they work a little better because the reason behind that is it just aligns better. But this is pretty much perfect. The other option is you set it up with a cuff and you go single arm. Good, little pauses in both ends. First set we have done just a set of 10 to 12. Similar on the second set, however, I'm going to do something that you can maybe try that is actually from John Meadows, but then I think passed down to a lot of what Brett Wilkins' been doing, which is almost a bit of a rest pause, but with an extra intensity method where instead of totally dropping the weight, you actually stay in the stretch during the rest pause. So I think Brett called it a stretch pause, which I quite like. And again, when this video goes out, Brett will have either won or come top 2 at the Arnold. So I guess we've got to start doing some exercises that he does, because that's the way the bodybuilding works, right? If you want to look like Brett, you just got to train like him. Simple.
Nice, come on. Come on.
Oh!
Yeah, now we're powerful, come on. Good. Go. Yes. Down, down.
Oh!
going to lower the weight for my back off set, because that first set for me was like 12. So when we're looking for that 12 to 15 rep range, if I fall a bit short, I'll just lower the weight a little bit, lower the load, and then aim for sort of like that 15 in the second one. And for me as well, these are like my first sessions getting back into training after I've had some time off. So I'm trying to bring up the intensity a little bit, but not push it too hard in these first sessions coming back. So if I've maybe pushed the load a little bit too much on my top set, I'll probably drop it down just to be safe on the back off.
Come on. Lovely. Good, Loz, come on. More to go, more to go. 3 reps. 1, come on. Yep. 2, again, come on. 3, into the stretch. 5 again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 2 reps, go. Yes, again. Yes, 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 yes. Good, lovely.
Ugh.
Okay. Let's play about with whether you supinate a little bit more. If it feels worse or better, just play about with it. So guys, like for a D handle pull down, just like this, I personally like to stagger my stance on the bench as opposed to sitting on the bench. I feel just a little bit more comfortable doing so. I feel a little bit more stable. And again, grip. It's not to say that you can't use your lats in a pronated grip, but it's probably going to be most favorable for you to choose either a neutral, like this, and I prefer thumbless neutral grip, or semi-supinated, or even fully supinated. The issue with fully supinated is that a lot of the time people start to create a lot of bicep engagement with a fully supinated grip. So semi-supinated or neutral is probably going to be the best, and we'll come this side so you can see. It's not great because the bench is in the wrong place, but you want to keep cueing your upper arm and elbow down, and you want to keep your elbow path nice and close to the body. So whatever grip allows you to do that the best is probably where you should grip the D handle. Another cue or setup point with these is I do tend to like to have it this side. So the opposing side is away. The reason being is we're probably going to therefore be able to get a cleaner path this side rather than having the leg in the way. And also, if you think about it, you're more likely to be dragged by the load around this side, the side that you're holding it, if you've got this leg down. So just set yourself up like this, and you'll probably again have this as a stable base, and then this all set up so that you're opposing the load.
Easy, come on now. Yep. Drive it. Yes, good.
Oh! Yes. So not so typical rep ranges on these here. So you'll see like the straight arm and the D handle pull down. I'm pretty much doing either like a top set of 10 to 12 and then a rest pause back off, or I'm sticking in just the 10 to 12 rep ranges for these guys, just because the 6 to 9 typical top set range isn't really applicable for a straight arm pull down or a D handle pull down, where the MMC, mind muscle connection, is so important to get the best bang for your buck. You're probably going to slip out of position with something that's going to challenge you in like a 6 repper. That's it, that's perfect range. Keep it fluid. Lovely. Down, down, down. Yes, perfect. Come on, match to the side. Yep, yep, yep. So first set was 77 for 12. So on my second set, again, 77 kilos, and aim to get in that 10 to 12 rep range again. If you're doing this right, and you've created fatigue on your first set, and you're working with straight rep ranges, so not a top set and a back off, that same weight, you shouldn't be able to hit 12 reps again. If you've hit 12 reps again, there's probably something left in your first set, or you're creating a mechanical advantage in your second set, which is basically like you're adjusting your form, you're making it easier in some shape or form. So I most likely will fall anywhere between 9, 10, 11 reps here.
Good, come on. Go, go.
Go!
Good.
11. Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. Good, again. Good, 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 good. Yes. Okay. Yep. Down, down, down. Yep. Lovely. If you are training in a gym with limited kit, like very limited kit, you've got no other options, that you can't really travel too far to get to a really good gym like this, for example, find a gym, the closest gym to you, that has a close cable stack. Because if you find a gym that has a good, heavy, close cable stack, like a Cybex Bravo, a Prime close cable stack, the Life Fitness one's pretty good too, Gym 80 do a good one. I could literally do my entire back workout today, and biceps and rear delts, all here. I wouldn't have to move an inch. So like if and when I ever do invest in the whole unit thing, one of the first pieces, apart from the Smith that I've already bought, will be something like this. Because you can literally just do everything. I could do a whole chest and shoulder workout on this as well. The only limitations is when we get to legs. You don't want to be cuffing your ankle to this for leg extensions. I did that all locked down. And yeah, that caused some mild PTSD if I have to do that again.
Get it down.
Perfect, come on. Good, go, go, go. One final note on unilateral pull downs like this. If you have an arm that's inherently stronger than the other, make sure you're matching reps, because the whole point of trying to use an exercise like this, well, one is because it's a good exercise with a good profile, but number two, it also helps to potentially eradicate some degree of imbalances. So even though you're training like the side that's a little bit weaker, you're training that at a high intensity, and you're training the stronger side potentially at a slightly lower intensity, you'll be starting to balance that between the stronger side and the weaker side. So just match reps and start with your weaker side and match with your stronger. All right, so our first upper back movement of the day. We've got 4 sets for the upper back. You'll notice there isn't a bent over variation today, or a T-bar, chest supported row, or anything like that. I just don't really get along with any of the, I mean, we've got three T-bars. I just really don't get along with any of them, really. And I don't want to load my lower back today with like something like a dual arm row, dual arm dumbbell, or even a bent over barbell. So there's no right or wrong. Like, you don't have to be bent over or weight in a back workout to make a back workout do the job. You know, we can still train the muscles of the upper back very well with this variant in a horizontal setup.
Let's go. Yes, good. Oh. Ah, good, strong. Yes. Oh, easy. Yeah, yeah. Yes, come on. Go, go. And again, come on, dig in. Go, go, go. There you fucking go.
Oh, yes. Oh, all right, so some of the limitations here, and you'll see it from the video, and I can see it from my recording too, some of the limitations with this machine. So, it's extremely narrow. So, these handles, just pretty much shoulder width. I prefer them to be, especially when we're pulling with this grip here, I prefer them just to be like an inch or so wider. Reason being is when we get into this position here, the handles come like this, and we get like, with a few people, including myself, a degree of wrist flexion, which looks a bit unnatural, but for a lot of people that connect relatively well with their back, it's not a huge issue. If you have a weak back and you see this in your movements and you also lose connection with your back musculature when you train like that, try and eradicate it and fix it. So align better, pick movements that maybe sit a little bit better with you and align a little bit better. But for me, I get great connection with this movement. And I mean, this has literally been, like, apart from rows, this has been pretty much my only upper back movement for so long. And my upper back's probably the best that it has been. So, again, proof's in the pudding to an extent, but there's limitations with this guy. It might be a little bit better for some people single arm. Yes, just one cue that you can take into a row like this for you guys is ensure that we're not seeing excessive movement of the shoulders, so the shoulder blades coming up. You can't ignore the fact that your traps are going to be used here. You will use your traps. It's just inevitable. To primarily use your upper back, or more the rhomboids, etc. of the upper back musculature, and avoid using too much traps. Try and just keep your shoulders down. Don't cue down, but just don't allow them to elevate excessively. Up. Oh. Oh! Oh, fuck! Fuck. Oh, yes. Next up is another movement for the lats. This time, we're pretty much trying to. Sounds a very bro technique, this, but I love it. So we're pretty much trying to hit like the very, very lower lats, which are gonna pretty much give you that alongside erector density. But when you hit like a rear lat spread and you come into the rear lat spread to set it up, or a back relaxed in like figure, that kind of shot is a large part made up of how dense your lower lat tissue is and your erector tissue is. So this is kind of perfectly set up for that. We're gonna set the hips back, we're gonna pull the rib cage down, and we're gonna allow an arm path where the cable's like slightly coming ahead of us and up, so then we can cue with an a bit of internal rotation, we can cue then down, contract, and if you don't feel it in your lower lats when you do that, come back to me and tell me and I'll try and fix it for you. But it's very unlikely, in my opinion, that you're not going to feel it there. So give it a shot.
Yeah, strong, good. Go, go, go.
Oh!
All the way, all the way.
spot on, come on. Yes, 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 yes. Again. Go, 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 go. Yeah. Come on. Another there. Go, go, go. Yeah, spot on. All right, this is not a lats pull down, it's an upper back pull down. So hence the pretty wide grip and also the slightly increased torso angle. So whereas the lat pull down, you might be sort of 15 degrees or so, I'm coming back to probably almost double that, like 30 degrees away from the cable stack. And then I'm cueing, instead of cueing down, I'm cueing back and trying to just basically, Loz, if you hop in, I can actually use you as a demonstrator. Lean a bit further back. Just imagine you're like on a chest supported row and then hit all of the meat here. That's it. Spend time here. That's it. So you want to just think about all of the meat across the upper back here and like slamming it. That's perfect. G, you want a knock up, yeah? Or you want a knock up, yeah? Okay. Yeah, good. I've got you. That's good. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Lovely.
Yes, strong. Come on.
Good.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
on.
Come on now.
Yep.
Yes. All you.
Okay.
Come on then.
Yes, power. Yes.
Go.
Good. Lovely. Yep. Down.
Down. There you go.
What I was basically talking about over the prime seated row, which I've now realised I've not taken the plates off, and I will definitely go and fix that. Sorry, Cuba.
Banned.
Yeah, banned. Immediate ban.
Instant ban.
It's terrible that. Never do that. So yeah, what I was talking about over there was basically how it's a bit narrow. So this is perfect. And it's even perfect for Loz, even with my setting, because she can manipulate the D handles.
Yeah.
That's why D handles are pretty good, to be honest. Free moving D handles on any pull down or row variation just allows you to have a bit more freedom at the wrist and just move it to where it's the most natural path for you. No.
Look what you've done. That poor boy. Every like will donate £1 to that poor boy. He's had to take off AJ's plate.
Don't include any of that. Go into a bit more pronated. There. That's it. Lean back more. There. Stay there. That's it. Come on, go again, just like that. Yes. That's it, you've nailed it now. Stay there. Good. Yep. Go again. Nice. Oh!
More. Go, get it short.
Oh!
Good.
Rear delts. I pretty much always run the reverse pec deck, if I'm honest. I don't really do a lot else for them. I use setting 2, so it's hardest in the shortened. And yeah, just don't treat them as an afterthought. I think a lot of people just treat rear delts as an afterthought, do them at the end, 12 to 15, and yeah, they get that kind of like smaller body part attention, which is why a lot of people have weak rear delts. So treat them just like any other body part. Come in, just the same that you've done with all the rows throughout the pull downs throughout the session. Come in, attack them, get strong at them. Like I'm 3/4 of the way down the stack now. Take me about 2-3 months ago during prep, I was a lot further up that stack. So rear delts, progress them just like anything else. Oh. 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 With arm training, which is creating a challenge across the full range. So challenge it first in the shortened, so in the contraction. So we've got this D-handle preacher set up, so it's going to be a pretty good challenge in that position. Then we're contracting really hard, trying to spend some time there. And then we'll go across to the prime, where you can adjust the resistance and just create a little bit more of a challenge in the lengthened and a bit of a drop off in the shortened, and that's really it. And that's literally what my arm training looks like. Is I pick 2 exercises. First usually challenges it in a shortened position. Second usually challenges it in a lengthened position, and get strong at them. Don't overcomplicate this stuff. It's not something that needs to be overcomplicated. It really isn't. You know, get your head down with movements that you love and you enjoy. Get attacking them with the logbook and progress them. Eat plenty of food. You will grow. Bottom line. The more you faff around doing something that someone else is doing every time you see it on Instagram, the more you stall your progress. Bottom line, stop doing it. So take on board what I say in these videos, but if you've got a plan, if you've got a structure, if you've got something set up that's working well and you're progressing with it, even if it's polar opposite of what I'm doing right now, keep doing it. Keep doing it for years. And then from there, maybe you'll have to consider other options, smaller minutiae of bodybuilding that can make you better. Overall, find a plan, stick to it, enjoy it, get after it. If you are interested in seeing a full workout, push workout or pull workout, I can't do legs, I'm not gonna do legs. We were just talking, me and Alex, about it being a little bit fairer if we use a cable stack, narrow cable stack like this Atlantis one, because this is pretty much what you have in most of your gyms. You don't have the multi-adjusted arms in your gyms, most of them. So comment below if you want to see me do a full push workout or pull workout. Obviously suggest which one you want to see, whether it's push or pull. And if we get enough people comment, we'll get it done. We'll do a full workout, the entire session on this. We'll have to make sure that we come in at a little bit of a quieter hour, because otherwise I will piss off the entirety of Rotherham by literally being the cable stack hogger. But to be honest, if any of you guys actually take the workout and use it, so will you. But at least it might help someone that's out there with limited kit. Let us know. shit, so heavy. 10 kilos, 10 kilos. This machine is just brutal. So heavy. But as you can see, because I've already fatigued it in the shortened position with the D handle, come across to here, load it in the lengthened, I can kind of work through that lengthened position a little bit, and then as soon as I get to the drop off into the short where I've already like smashed it, there's enough drop off for me to get it short again. So it's a pretty good sequence this for biceps. Fuck. Yep. Yep. All right, guys, joke's over. Of course, there's deadlifts. Let's finish with some deadlifts. No, I'm joking. I'm just gonna do some shrugs to finish off. I actually hadn't programmed shrugs myself. I got recommended to do these from my physio because I've been having a little bit of issues around this trap. The reason being, well, we think it's more of a joint issue rather than a muscular issue, but still, if we strengthen the muscles that surround the joint, we're maybe going to get a little bit less problems. So he recommended me to just do some light shrugs at the end of the session. Nothing too heavy, so probably like 2 plates or something with just to focus on moving the weight with good form, etc. That's us done for another day. Thank you very much for tuning in, watching. Usual bits as always. If you haven't liked the video already, please like it. Definitely does help. Bumps us up that algorithm a little bit. Comment below, like I said, if you enjoyed it. That's always nice. If you want to mock my trousers, if you want to say that they're too big, they're too baggy. No, I'm joking. You can mock my trousers. It's all good. It's not a problem. I like them. I'm going to keep wearing them. Then, yeah, what else have I got on for today? I'm going to have a look at George. You're going to see whether we start his prep just a little bit earlier than we thought. Other than that, enjoying life, enjoying training. That's the goal. That's what we're going to keep doing. We've got legs coming up on Friday with one of my clients, or 2 of my clients, Adam and Charlie. They're going to come down. We're going to hit up some legs. That's going to be epic, so look forward to that. That'll be another sort of, you know, maybe a little bit higher intensity session than this one, but I hope you took home some points, apply it to your pull training if appropriate, and most of all, just keep enjoying what you do. All right, guys, we'll speak soon. Yeah, good. Elbows to the wall a little bit. There you go. Good. Nice. Again. Nice. With where you're at and the fact that you've come up to like 183 and it's looking significantly better than when you first posed in here at like 180, it's like 3 pounds of fullness. I'm kind of in 2 minds as to whether I let you just literally like get another good week like this. Like we've just pulled in the Glycomax, we've just
It's honestly when I
had
say
a really positive response with appetite. So it's like, why don't we just maybe get one more week and then go. I'm gonna do some thinking about it. It's either gonna be next week or the week after though. I'm definitely gonna give you a little bit more time.
we both know that when I diet, like 10 pounds on me now, looks like
That's the thing.
20, 30.
We've got that data point, that reference of like you respond so quick out the gate. So I don't want to like jump the gun and get you down 10 pounds and be like, fuck, like shit. Also now, the only issue and the thing that I didn't actually talk about last night with getting ready a little earlier is that the one thing that's not on your side when you get to that point is training performance. Like there's not much you can really do. There's not much wiggle room. Like when you're at that body competition, performance is not the best. It's never going to be the best. Like hip hinges feel off, presses feel off. So the longer you're there, the more potential sacrifice of muscle tissue occurs because the longer you spend with poor training performance. And then we stick to the plan, if I'm honest, man. I think we stick to the plan. Might end up with some points when you're getting ready for the qualifier thinking, but fuck it, because you're gonna be there for the qualifier.
I don't care about the qualifier, I care about the finals.
Yeah, exactly. No one remembers who wins the qualifiers, mate.
Yeah.
No one remembers that.
Yeah, I'm not coming here to do the qualifiers, I'm coming here to do the finals.
Exactly. That's what we said to each other.
Best package for the finals.
Yeah, you know, if you ask bodybuilding trivia to anyone, no one remembers who wins qualifiers. People remember who win British titles, so that's what we're gonna do.